Hi everybody, it's Rachel from Sage. How are you today? I hope you're well. I am very well, and I'm just doing another green look today, but this is going to be more of a murky green, grungy green, because I'm going to be wearing a sort of a murky green top. So I've just contoured my eyes with the Mecca Max Zoom Stick in Caramel up here, and I've lined under here with it and just buffed it out with this brush. So now I'm going to go, and I've also primed my lid. So now I'm going to go in with my first shade from the Natasha Denona Yucca palette, one of my all-time favorite palettes. And I'm going to start with the shade Citrine, this one here. Now I'm using the same brush because I just want to have the colours a bit muted. I am going to work today. So if I used a fresh brush, it would, pack onto that brush pretty fast. As it is, you can see there's plenty of colour there already. Looks like there's more in the viewfinder than there is on my makeup mirror behind the camera. But nonetheless, it's going well with that contour shade that I used, that stick. I'm only doing a matte look today. As I said, I'm going to work, not that that usually stops me from putting shimmers on, does it? But I'm just going for a matte look today. That's really cool. Okay, I'm just going to deepen that up a little bit with this shade here and this shade here combined. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, just like so. And then a dot in the outer V with this fluffy brush. This is a really quick way to do this deepening. If you just tap very lightly and just use the edges of your brush. Don't stick your brush right in there. If you have a hooded eye, this is a good trick. If you have a deep set eye like I do, I take it up here. This is great for hooded eyes, to take it right up and out and then just gently buff so that there's like that nice gradient effect. Just take it under the lower lash line a bit. Buff it along there like that. Once you practice this, you tend not to stick yourself in the eye too much anyway. Just takes a little bit of practice. I got some new brushes yesterday. Some of my brushes from my pro kit were looking a little sad, so I decided to get some new ones from Crown, and yeah, I've got them here. I'm going to give them a test run. On the inner corner, I'm just going to use one of my all-time favorite shades from this palette. So those two shades that I used there were Flax and Tipu, these two here. And the first shade I used was Citrine. Now I'm going to use Camu Camu on the inner corner, and I'm just going to use my finger. And yes, it's a matte shade. I'm aware. Ooh, I dipped my finger in another pan. Never mind. We'll fix that up. Now for this blend, I will use a clean brush. I actually want it to stand out. So I think I need a little more of that one. I've just put the palette, closed the palette up and put it down. I thought I was finished. But I'm going to take it over the inner third of the lid a bit more because I want that brightening. Oh, I love this shade. So this is a green palette for sure. That's green, but all of these other ones are yellow green, murky green. So you can still see overall there is a green hue with a yellow base, if that makes sense. I might actually go in with a bit of the cream to powder shade called Calathea. This one here is so dark, it's amazing. And I'll use it as a liner. I've got this great brush here. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, that one there. This is one of the deepest, murkiest, most delicious, that's a contradiction, isn't it? Greens I've ever come across in eyeshadow, and power punch color, like it doesn't miss. I mean, I know I'm using a really fine brush here, but this color story is just so cohesive. Oh, you go back to that original brush. No, I won't. I'll use the cleaner one. All of the colors can be worn together. And you can see that I wear it quite a bit. So Natasha Denone has just released a new purple holiday palette. I'm actually not interested. You may have noticed I don't particularly wear purple, although I'm wearing a lilac top. This is my pajama shirt. I don't really wear purple eye looks that often, and if I do, it's sort of, you know, more of a maroon, burgundy. Having said that, after I do my green phase, I'm going to go do a whole week or whatever of blue and purple. So yeah, but I'm not buying that palette. I don't need it. Even though I love Hemidi palettes. There we are, we're done now. So I've just done a quick wing Rimmel Glam Eyes Velvet Brown dip liner, brush liner. Superb, one of my all-time favorites. I'm now going to put on the Tower 28 mascara in Drift. So it's the Make Waves mascara from Tower 28. Primer was the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. Really like this one. You can see I've got some fallout there, but I never worry about that, as you know. I'm filling my brows with the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 3.5. I've already stuck them down with Schwarzkopf Got to Be, this thing, whatever that's called. The name wears off really fast, but I always buy them when they're half price at the supermarket, because I'm not paying $24 for a brow gel. It's essentially a hair gel in a mascara component. Let's just be clear here. I am doing my brows a little differently now. I'm making them a bit flatter. I'm not laminating them up so much as I was. And I'll finish this off camera. Foundation today is simply going to be the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation in Light 280N. I'm almost finished this. I repressed it. So it won't take me very long to finish this. Now, it comes with an applicator, but I don't like the applicator. I like to use a brush. I like to use a brush for most makeup application. Even complexion products. I would sometimes press a liquid or cream foundation in with a velour puff. Not wet, just dry. Press it in so that it's, you know, adhering well to the skin, but 9 times out of 10 you'll see me using hands oil brushes. See, this gives a decent amount of coverage. Really good for warmer weather, oily skin. I don't have that, but it is warmer now here in Australia. It was about 30 degrees yesterday, 30 degrees Celsius. So I think that's about high 80s or low 90s in the Fahrenheit scale. It will be 40-degree days very soon. The thing with a powder foundation though, of course, is I can't really go in with cream products. I just don't feel that it sits right on me. So powder it is today. Fenty Sunstalker bronzer in Shady Biz, shade 2. Absolutely adore this. You can see I'm not too particular about the placement of it because it's light enough still that I can get away with it just sort of buffing in pretty roughly. And, you know, I don't have beautifully defined cheekbones or anything like that. So it's just a bit of colour and accent for me. And on my forehead, being such a high forehead, I just go like this, typing across, a bit more colour here and a bit more colour here to bring my forehead down a bit. And of course, that's where light naturally hits anyway. So it makes sense to have colour there. Nice accent there. Okay, let's do some blush. All right, I'm going to go in with Milani Luminoso Classic. Look, she's almost done. You can see the tiles really, really clearly now. So I've got a lovely new brush here from Crown, Paris Tools GT03. This is getting hard to get out. It's getting hard pan. Look at that, isn't that just deliciousness? Good shape brush too. So nice. The Crown Paris Tool line is really, really good. It's a bit dearer than their regular line, but worth it to me. That's not to say that their brushes are really expensive, because they're not. They're very reasonably priced. They're sort of like, you know, the price, similar prices to Morphe brushes, if you know how much they are at Mecca. And the range is much vaster. So that looks good. That looks good. I'm just going to spritz with NYX Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh Spray. I love this, love this. Lining my lips with Essence Soft Contouring. And I can never read the shades because they're just written on there too small for my old eyes. So this is more of a cooler tone, as you can see, because I want it to sort of ombre with my lip gloss. Now I have to take this lip line higher than this lip line. Because of the asymmetry of my face. So traditional wooden pencil, essence stuff is great. Nude painting, I think it's called. So this is the lifter gloss from Maybelline in 007 Amber, one of my all-time favorite glosses. I've taken the stopper out of this one, so I'm starting to see some daylight. But I've had it for so long, and they do last a long time, and they're wonderful. They're like dead set classic for a reason. And this one has a decent amount of pigment in it. Some of them are a bit sheerer, but this one, it's just perfect for me. That is exactly what I wanted. All right, I'm going to finish with the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. And waterproof, it's not kidding. It's not kidding. The other day when I said that I was going to go for a swim and test out the waterproof element, it was amazing. My face looked the same. And even my husband said, oh, you haven't got stuff running down your face today after you swim. So he noticed as well. Anyway, don't you love it when they say things like that to you? I like this one. It doesn't hurt my eyes. I know I had my eyes closed, but the other one, that L'Oreal Infallible one, left my nose irritated for hours afterwards. And this is really, really nice. Now I used that other spray first because I don't really want a full matte look. I wanted it to still be a bit dewy because my skin is drier. So I just let that one dry down and then go in with this to hold it all together. It's amazing, amazing. $31 Australian for that tiny thing, but the L'Oreal Infallible was about the same price with about the same amount of product. So what does that tell you? Okay, I'm gonna go get dressed now and I'll come back and sign off. Okay, so you can see why I went with this eye look. It's good with the top, huh? Love this top. Okay, have a wonderful day and I will talk to you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and comment. I really enjoy reading your comments and responding to them. They give me lots of ideas as well, and I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. See you again soon. Bye.